Were your taxes higher than a giraffe's ass this year? Well, mine were too, so let's talk about why and what you can do about it. Tax season can be very stressful and very daunting for everyone, and I know this year especially was very unmotivating as soon as you saw that tax bill creeping up. Now, there are several key factors that play a role here, and we're going to talk about all the top reasons that impacted taxpayers this year across the board. But first, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Kwame. On this channel, we like to talk about personal and financial growth, and today we're getting into your taxes. If you like the content that we put on this channel, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe. But definitely, if you don't do that, stay tuned till the end of the video so you can understand why your tax bill was so high this year. Prior to this year, I've never owed any money on my taxes. No, I'm not starting anything. IRS, if you are watching this, I do not want any smoke, but we're going to talk about all the reasons and the sudden changes that happened over the last couple years that have impacted your tax bill this year. In response to global events, including decreased consumer spending, increases in inflation, and it being almost at its all-time decade high, as well as economic downturns, governments have ramped up spending on public health, stimulus packages, and support for affected industries. And military spending has been increasing every year as well. And all this money has to come from somewhere, and often that means higher taxes. This year, we saw adjustments to tax brackets. Tax brackets changed due to the legislation or to keep up with inflation. This year, across the 7 federal tax brackets, the increase went up by 7% from 2022, which means if you didn't adjust your W-4 form, you were being taxed lower starting at higher tax brackets and therefore would owe more this tax season. And also, one more thing. Policy changes also play a crucial role. New tax laws can introduce additional levies or reduce deductions and credits, affecting your overall tax liability. So staying informed about these changes is crucial to understanding your tax situation. For example, EV credits changed this year, as well as tax child credit decreasing from a maximum of $3,600 in 2021 to $2,000 in 2023. But it is not all doom and gloom. This year, you may have missed your opportunity to impact your taxes, but let's start working on this year for next year's taxes. So there are strategies you can employ to manage your tax bill effectively. For instance, maximizing your contributions to your tax advantaged accounts like a 401k or IRA or other retirement accounts. Other strategies include charitable donations, tax loss harvesting in your investment portfolio, and selling off losing assets at the end of the fiscal year, and taking advantages of any eligible tax credits or deductions, especially if you have a small business or LLC, as well as tax credits for education expenses. For student loan interest deductions, people with higher income than in 2022 can claim this deduction up to $2,500. And one slept on deduction this year, a max of $3,200 towards energy efficient home improvements. And this includes doors, windows, heat pumps, and boilers. I'll be posting more videos about tax changes throughout this year so that you can save yourself from yourself next year, but make sure that you are constantly looking at changes in legislation because this can save you a pretty penny next year. Navigating your taxes can feel like a maze, but when you understand the why, it really empowers you to make important financial decisions. And remember, consulting with a tax professional is always the #1 way to save money in the upcoming tax season. And they can always provide you with tailored personal advice to your financial situation. Well, that wraps up why taxes were so high this year, some things that you could have done and can do next year to mitigate or reduce your tax bill. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything at all, leave something in the comments. Like the video or subscribe if you just love seeing my face. But if I don't see you, I'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks for watching.